How's it going, guys? It is Matt here with MC Welds Official. Rogue could sponsor us at any moment if they would like. I would greatly appreciate that. Quick little update. I know we got a tractor running over there. We got the generator running. Let me take it with you guys. So me and the helper just got back to the laydown yard about an hour ago. I cut him loose. We were on a 7-day run, went to an out-of-town job at a apartment complex and did a bunch of handrail repairs. That's pups at the bottom where they rot out. You know, you weld the pups in, 2 wedge anchors on the base plate. The others were handrail terminations that were rusting out. And there was some 6x6 HSS columns, A36, that we had to patch in with 3/16 A36, which is just the greatest structural steel. And it went really well. We got 15 buildings done in 7 days, so I was pretty happy with that. He was definitely starting to cut out on me a little bit. Yesterday and today, I could see a decline in his. However, we did get the job, at least on that side of the apartment complex. We got it done. We got to figure out a time to go back and finish up the rest of the complex. So yeah, I went ahead and gave him a couple days off, just to kind of recuperate before we run him hard again, because you know it's that time of year. It's welding season is among us, boys. All right, well, you guys kind of know the story with this thing. It's on its way out. Man, she drank so much, you know, when she was at work. She drinks at work. She doesn't leak any while she's sleeping, but she definitely drinks at work. 4 quarts this week. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. That's the good old oh no's for you. 4 quarts. She is thirsty. She's blown out. She's clapped out. But she keeps pushing along. So, you know, hey. Good news is, this is our brand new machine sitting at the weld supplier that I get to go pick up this upcoming week. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. We'll put the old girl in retirement mode for now and, you know, kick her around for power at the laydown yard. But, I don't know. It's kind of a bittersweet moment. I love my old machines. I love these things, but we got into a point where I can't afford the breakdown on this machine. And it's just, you know, we got to upgrade. And part of the reason that we're upgrading to a newer machine is a little bit more amps and eliminates all the problems that we've been having with that thing losing range on 5th gear. It's been to the shop 3 times for 3 different things. One was a loose wire, one was a blown resistor, and the other one, I think it's something to do with the F1 fuse on the circuit, which is pretty easy to do. I just don't have time to screw with it. So now we're at a point where I can't do that stuff. I gotta have a thing that every time I bump the key, it's gotta run, it's gotta work. So we're gonna try one of these ESOB models out, and I've seen some guys on social media using them and everything, but you know, for the price that they're out there for, we're gonna find out whether or not I made the right decision. So other than that, I've been kind of restocking a little bit. Everything is nice and stocked up now. We started using these 6-inch wheels, and I really like these 6-inch wheels. They zip through the verticals on handrail really, really well. There's a time and place for the 4.5s, and I've been using 4.5s for almost a decade, really. And we're gonna keep these in stock. We're gonna keep these on the truck simply because sometimes you just want a bigger cutting wheel. Now we have that. Up here, we got some of these. These are nice. These are the summer Nomex hoods. My winter ones are made by Majestic Fire over in Pennsylvania. They're triple lined Nomex, and they're great in the winter. However, where we are, it gets like 105 sometimes, and it's just miserable. So We got the lightweight ones from Black Stallion, and they really hold up good. I've had mine for a couple years now, a whole set of them, you know, so we can cycle them through the washer and have some that are clean. They've been holding up pretty good for as thin as they are. They do hold up pretty good. The Connex is kind of a mess right now. We had to make a new one of those. This is quarter wall. This is eighth wall. And the reason we went with quarter wall versus the eighth wall OEM material is because that goes on the bottom of a caustic fluid or caustic liquid removal company's semi-trailer. So when they're sucking out like landfill juice and juice from all these factories around here that's corrosive, those things go out really easily. Well, with the 1/4 inch aluminum, it's going to give them some time. It's going to give them quite a bit of time. So that's why we went with the 1/4 inch. We also opted for the 1/4 inch flange, which this one has 1/4 inch flange, but it's the pipe is what's leaking, not the flanges. So we left the 1/4 inch flanges alone, and we just upgraded the pipe almost 2 sizes. So it's twice the thickness as it was. And we installed that new one last week, and we haven't had any complaints yet. One other cool thing is, so through the years of doing this, I acquire more and more consumables and abrasives that I like to hold on to. One of these is these Kimball Midwest things. Now we found a different supplier. Sigma Green makes ones that are a fraction of the price of these. These are 25 bucks a piece. Kimball number 87-2499. They are extremely expensive, but they're great on aluminum. Well, we found a supplier that they're just a little bit thinner, but other than that, they're the same for like 8 bucks a piece. So we're gonna give those a shot. We haven't tried the cheap ones yet, but really excited to give them a shot. These are great on aluminum. They're also great on steel and stainless. As if you see right here, they're honeycombed. They don't gum up. They don't glaze your wheel as bad. Speaking of glazing, these things are notorious for it. Using them on the wrong material, they gum up pretty quickly. But these are great for finishing, specifically square tubing and getting a nice finish on stuff. If you're trying to get stuff flush, these are great for that. Little tip on your backer pads, when you get a new one, grind it down about a 1/4 inch down so it's a 1/4 inch smaller, and then this will bend and you can do your corners a little bit better. Don't tell your mom I told you that. These are the flap discs that we mostly use. They are just 40 grit, you know, nothing special. Now these bad boys, these are pricey. These are the Walters EnduraFlex Turbos. These things are like 12 bucks a pop. They are not cheap. We keep them around just because, I don't know why I bought them, but we keep them in stock. So, plenty of painter's tape, electrical tape, duct tape. Looks like we're low on saw blades. Plasma cutting consumables over here. We just restocked our respirators. We were down to 1, now we've got back up to 3. There's all of our Loctite, earplugs, wire wheels. Down here is all about canned stuff. So we got our hand wipes, our gloves, our cut resistant gloves. There's our spray. This is it's kind of like PV Blaster. There's the part number if you want it. It's a Kimball Midwest product. Again, expensive. Is it worth it? I don't know. I don't know. It smells good. I'll say that. These are all of our 2-inch consumables for our quick spin wheels, the little 2-inch deals. We use those a lot, especially Boda. We use those a lot for finishing stuff and doing precision work on like aluminum. And they're really good for shafts and stuff, cleaning stuff up before you put it back together. This is our little selection of goodies that we got. Couple more boxes of these for my plug phones. I love those things. If you need an earbud that works well in an industrial setting that's actually rated for sound reduction, plug phones, they're like 80 bucks, but just give them a shot. They're worth it. Now we're over here in the back of Victoria, and she's quite the mess. She did not leave the yard this messy. However, she has returned a mess. We're gonna have to sweep this out, get that all cleaned up, and we'll probably call it a day over here. We got a bucket full of water bottles and trash and a bunch of other crap. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here's sections that we were cutting out. That's how bad they were. So, yeah, it was quite the job. These are all good water bottles. Oh, huh. Need a water bottle? We got plenty of them in here. Alrighty, well, that sure is a lot better than what it was. At least it's a starting point. Well guys, that's about all I'm gonna do out here today. I am tired, got a lot of computer work to catch up on too, and a lot of other bullshit to do. Monday I'm gonna be in, I think 4 different cities, all on looking at jobs and getting stuff lined up, kind of resetting, getting ready for the next, scheduling out the next string of work. We got it coming to us pretty fast now, and I gotta be pretty careful with my time. It's getting more and more valuable and getting harder and harder to find. So I appreciate you guys watching this. I try to upload when I can. I know I'm not consistent, but it's something I like to do. I do like doing the YouTube. I like seeing, you know, interacting with other interested, like-minded people. I do like that. So yeah, make sure we you know, do all the YouTube stuff and stay profitable, and I'll see you on the next one. But you guys didn't know you were gonna get a bonus video today. But check this out. My fucking Snap-on Pocket 5 I broke it on the job this week. What the fuck? That's no good. No bueno.